You know, the tried and true money rules that will never change no matter whether the economy is up or down are as follows. Every single one of you needs at least an 8-month emergency fund. You all need to be out of credit card debt. You all need to be contributing to your 401k or 403b at work if your employer matches your contribution. You need to all be contributing up to the point of the match if your employer matches your contribution. After the point of the match, or if your employer does not match your contribution, every single one of you after the 8-month emergency fund should also have a Roth IRA if you qualify for it income-wise. Those are the tried and true rules that every single one of you needs to do no matter what the economy, and you need to do it. You know, I get you all think that you're living paycheck to paycheck and you have no money that you can possibly add to your savings as you're walking down the street carrying a cup of Starbucks coffee. Or as you're coming out of the movie theater or some restaurant that you happen to take your family out to. You are going to have to make the decisions, every single one of you. Does it mean more for you to be able to go out and enjoy life on all these things that you want, maybe not need, but all these things that you want, and not take that money and put it into a savings account or emergency account that if something happens to you, you will absolutely need? So it's up to you. There is always money to be found. I just refuse to believe that for the majority of you out there watching this right now, that you can't find $5, $10, $20, $100 extra a month. I refuse to believe it. It's up to you to find it. You know, there's so many things that you have in your life when it comes to your finances. You're all totally disorganized. Like, have you ever gone into your bedroom or wherever it is that you keep that file cabinet? Have you opened it up and you just, all these papers, what should you keep? What should you throw away? You should really keep your tax returns and any receipts that have to do with write-offs for your taxes that you have, and you should keep them for at least 3 years. Now, I'm assuming that all of you are honest with your taxes, because if you're not honest, it doesn't matter, because they can come after you for fraud anytime they want. But 3 years is a good amount of time to at least keep your tax returns. Everything else, believe it or not, because it happens to be online, you can access it. I probably wouldn't even bother keeping them past the year that I'm in. Now, for those of you, however, who are paying down extra money on your mortgage and you know, you want to have your house paid off sooner than later, do me a favor, keep those statements forever, because you don't want to get down the line and all of a sudden have some bank say to you, sorry, I bought that mortgage from a company who bought that mortgage from a company who bought that mortgage, and we don't show that you've been sending in extra money towards your principal. So save that paperwork, your statements, if you're sending in extra money on your mortgage until your house is paid off in full, until you have that deed. Your FICO score or your credit score is probably more important today than it ever has been before. Now, I'm somebody who's always told you FICO scores matter, but because of the economic downturn just the past year or two ago, because banks refuse to, lend, because landlords don't want to rent to you if you're not a good credit risk, employers aren't willing to hire you unless you're a good credit risk, you better have a good FICO score. So the one most important thing that you can do to have a good FICO score is to pay your bills on time. Do you know that your bill payment history counts for 35% of your FICO score? 30% of your FICO score is made up of your debt, what you owe, to your credit limit ratio. So you better make sure that what you owe decreases, because the more it decreases, the more your FICO score increases. If you can just do those two things, you are on your way to a great FICO score. Listen, if you're one of the many out there who tend to go out and you buy something right away, it's an impulse, but you can't afford it, here's what I want you to do. Let's say you're watching some channel on television that's selling you something, and it's so easy for you to just pick up the phone and order it. I want you to write down the item number, and I want you to vow to yourself that you are not going to order it for at least 3 weeks. Oh, trust me, it will still be in stock. If that is the case, let's see what happens. And I'm here to tell you 3 weeks from now, you won't even remember where you wrote down that item number. Same is true for when you go into a store. If you go into a store and you see something that you really just want to buy, just think about it. It will still be there. Ask them to put away, ask them to hold it. I guarantee you that if you go home and you don't have it with you, by the time you wake up the next morning, you won't even remember that you wanted it. If you can't control yourself, just leave your credit cards at home. Go shopping for the mere sake of going shopping. Look at all the great things that are out there, but if you don't have your credit cards with you, you won't be able to buy on impulse. Do any of those 3 things or all of them, and you will have far more money in your bank account than these impulse buys in your closets. The one small thing that you can do today that will really help you in the future, listen closely. From this day forward, you are to spend below your means, but within your needs. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should buy it. Because if you buy what you can afford, sometimes you spend more money than you need to. So the new mantra from now on when it comes to money is very simple. You are to spend below your means, but within your needs, and that will be the key to your financial future, one that you will enjoy.